for that.
Okay, enough Magic Quadrant. So maybe Jeff, since you're new to, well, relatively new to, how long have you been a Gartner now, Jeff?
3 months.
3 months.
Well, you made it past your probationary period.
There you go. You're getting insured now. Can you talk a little bit about like the life cycle of research papers, and like how you're interfacing with the community and how you interface with service desk folks and how like talk about the life cycle of the research data.
Sure. So a lot of people may not understand exactly what a research analyst at a tech firm like Gartner does. I had the pleasure of meeting up with my parents, and my mother looks at me and says, "Do you like your job?" I say, "Yeah." She goes, "What do you do?" Well, I try to tell people, what they should be doing for their business. And she goes, I don't understand. Why wouldn't they just go on the internet and Google it?" And I looked at her and said, that's true. And we were sitting at a restaurant, and she said, your dad went to Yahoo and looked up this restaurant and, looked at the review and said we should go there. And I looked at her and I said, what if the person who wrote that review was psychotic? How do you vet that information? The thing about being an analyst is that it's not just looking at data, it's taking the data and then looking at what's going to happen and what are the trends from the data. Those of you who know me know that I love metrics and the numbers because there's no emotion in the metrics. It's easy to say, here's my baseline, here's where I'm going. Well, an analyst is the same thing. Most people relate to a financial analyst. You look at Jim Cramer on the TV and he's banging a gavel and telling you, buy this, buy that. He's doing the same thing that we're trying to do. And he's getting data the same way that we're doing it. So we're talking to clients. Gerard and I are taking inquiries every day. The service desk inquiry is one of the most frequent inquiries we get. They come to us. We'll do about 1,400 between us in a year. And that's clients calling us, asking all kinds of questions. What tool should I buy? Here's a short list. How do I decide? What should I be paying? What's the best structure? How do I make my SLAs work? I'm outsourcing, I'm insourcing. What do I do? How do I get data from A to B? And we take that and we advise them based on the collective Gartner experience and research and data. And then we continue to take that information to develop new research from there. So a question that comes up that we're able to answer may lead to a research note where we get together and say, this was a question I had on an inquiry. It had to do with the best structure for SLAs. And so we'll get with other analysts and discuss that and say, what have you seen? What's your experience? What do the research notes say? And together we build that. We've also